Anything? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Mute the advert for... I have no idea. Oh, Preacher. Okay. All right. Let me just clear my throat, and we will kick off the way we mean to go on. Is that skeleton still down there that wandered off? Don't blame me. Got bored. Nothing much about for me to shoot, which is depressing. Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to Not TFC. It's been a while since we streamed, and there have been good reasons. Pow. Dead. And some poo reasons, and some just reasons, and you know, usual kind of things going on. So yeah, I mean, what with we had an emergency session where I had to go and take the wife to A&E actually, because we thought she was having a bit of an episode, and turned out she was all right. But you can't be too sure, can you? Right, you. Where you go? Are you going to go? Right, you're off. Okay. Yeah. And I'll just be very, very busy, really. So, we're here. Unfortunately, I can't commit to regular streams at the moment. That's oh, right, okay, you've gone back over there. That's fine. You do your thing then. See whether you can make it round this time. And yeah, it's a little bit awkward, just timing-wise, work and everything, and all the other good stuff. But while I'm here, we will stream. So that's always a bonus. Hope everybody's had, I was going to say a good week and a good weekend, but it's probably a good 3 or 4 weeks and good weekend. I've had a busy weekend. I've had a busy few weeks. Obviously, we went away to Morocco for a while. That was way too hot. Way too hot. And what else? I'm trying to think. I know they're all okay, aren't they? What are you at? You are still no better. Bloody hell. Okay, doesn't matter. Where's my bottles? We will get that up to the top level eventually. In the meantime, we'll 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just keep these going. Seems to be the story of my life at the moment. Rustic alcohol brewing. It's it has taken over. 6765 improvement. So there's a case of a good one, and we'll hop that one up. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang! Oh, actually no. We've already got that. Bang. So what's been going on? Well, obviously, as you probably all know, the Mage server is live, and I did contemplate streaming from Mage, but unfortunately I'm 4 weeks ahead of myself. 4 episodes ahead of myself, 2 weeks, which means that anything that I have which is, you know, secretive, kind of will be known. That's the word. So I couldn't really stream from there. So we've got this to continue on with. Mage Pack's been a while coming. It's and it's there's a few mods in there that I think have caught people off guard. Now oh my god, has he almost got all the way around? Bloody hell. Right, so just there was a thing. In fact, let's just go and find both bows and herring. There is a, pardon me, upkeep order slot. So what's an upkeep order do? I'm just curious as if we can somehow keep. See, he's jumped off the thing, and now he doesn't know how to get. What he's basically trying to do is trying to get back to his its place. And I'm not entirely sure what the best thing to do here is. Now, someone suggested using couriers to move things around, and that's an option. I mean, we're not shy of fish. We're actually not that shy of fuel, so those are all options that we could do. And we'd need to rejig this to allow a what's the word I'm looking for? To allow a courier to get down to this filter. I think if we were to go in here and say I would like this to have 64 of those in. Man, get in there. 4. Then it should, if I put 64 fish into that, it should always keep .64 of those in the system, I think, and everything else can just go through, and then we can get a courier to come and do that. But I'm not entirely sure how we'd go about doing that one. Couriers are not something I've used a great deal, and given the pathfinding ability of the NPCs in this, it's scary, the thoughts of actually using them. So yeah, what else has been going on? Oh, I got a new tattoo. That's a thing. So I don't know whether you can see. The light is a bit bright, but there you go. My new, that was done fresh yesterday, so it's still a little bit sore. I've been waiting over a year for the blood thing in drugs to get out my blood system, so I can actually get these tattoos. So that's happened, and now I can start getting new ink, which is nice. Okay, so let's have a look. Upkeep order. Ink, paper, and okay. Wow, we are not very good for paper. So what do we think? I'm trying to decide what to do and where to go. Who have we got with us anyway so far? Terry and Sungak, and somebody whose name is not there. Oh, me, of course. Duh. Give me a little bit of that, and I think if there's not a bit of that in there. So what does an upkeep order give me the option of doing? Please assign an upkeep point. Okay, let's go and find out how these work. Pardon me. Oh dear. I had chips and garlic mayo for tea, I needed something quick, and assign an upkeep point. Okay. Press Z to add target. Use item to open. Yeah. Open item. Open GUI. No. Upkeep. Alright, so it doesn't like it if it's in the ground. Upkeep time. Oh, no. I don't think that's going to help. I think that is barking up the wrong tree. I suppose what we could do is we could use it to, we could put a mailbox, a town hall in the guard quarters and make Knobs use that, but still he's just going to jump off, isn't he? He takes the straightest line. I don't know. I'm not sure what the best thing to do about these NPC directions are. So we've only got a little tiny bit of sugarcane. We've got very little paper. We probably need to think about a cane farm then, don't we? No, hang on. They're not synchronizing. I'm so used to the synchronization between these two things. Crop farm, reed farm. Okay, so if we put a reed farm down, that's one thing we could do. The other thing I wanted to have a look at was enchanted tools upgrade. There's an enchanted tools upgrade for ancient warfare. So if you use, and I don't think it has to be a Fortune 2 book, I think it just has, well, it may have to be a Fortune 2, but I think it just has to be a level 2. So let's have a look what we got. Sharpness 2. I can't use sharpness 2, so because I'm using Tinker's blocks, so that would be okay. Can I? Need mass production. Have I researched mass production? That's the next question. Hang on. Mass production has we need refining and machinery. Have I don't know whether I've done these or not. I haven't done machinery. What do I need for machinery? Steel, iron. So we need to get some stuff going on this. Iron gears. Let's have a look. Gear. Somewhere in here there's a little iron gear. Zinc, tin, silver, nickel, lead, copper. Maybe it's this one, just we need to do that perhaps. Right, I need to grab some iron and we'll get this up and going. I'm fairly certain we'll be able to use the gears. I'm sure they're interchangeable. You've still got iron in you? You have. Let's have a bit of that then. Right, so yeah. Oh man, don't know anybody. Well, I know Terry's from the UK because he's got the word UK in his name, which is a dead giveaway in my experience. The people from the UK, but so 2 iron gears. Is it 2? I can't remember. 3 iron gears. So we need 3 of them. More iron. God. Oh, hang on. I probably got still in the table, haven't I? Yes. Doesn't shift click quite the same, this one. 8 iron. Steel. 10. And I think that's just... I'm trying to remember now. I think steel is just the blah. No. No. There's a way to make steel. I just need to remember how to do it. Pfft. Okay, how do we make ancient... No. Coal and iron. That simple. In the project table, I think. Yep, you need another iron. Yeah, it's very similar to India. The humidity was, and the heat actually, to be fair. Or at least that's what it feels like to me anyway. Let me just cast another, what we got? 3 blocks and 5 ingots. Off you go. Uncomfortably so. Normally I have the door open so the breeze can blow through, but obviously I can't do that while I'm streaming and recording, which makes it even worse from that point of view. Okay, give me 10 of those, and iron bushing set. I'm going to guess that we are in that. How many? 2. Okay, that should give us that. And there we get the machinery upgrade. God. Thank God for beer. And if we update that, can we now make that? Still can't make that. So what else do we need to make the highly enchanted tools? It was mass production. Needs refining and machinery. Oh, we need to actually get mass production. Duh. 12 steel, steel gears. There's an interesting... oh, it's only bud. It's only lager. It's not beer. It's just cold, wet, and alcohol and refreshing. There's an interesting thing where I don't know whether you've seen, but the naysayers about global warming and climate change, because obviously the misnomer is global warming. At the moment, it doesn't seem like it, but we're on about climate change and not global warming, and they're saying, well, you know, we had a heat wave in 1976, which was as hot as this. And if you actually look up and Google the global heat map for 1976 and compare it to the global heat map now for June of the year, this year and 1976, it's scary. The difference is huge. Yeah, I figured it would be by looking at that. Anyway, we need 12 more steel. Make me 12 more steel. I mean, I'm no eco warrior. I'm very much of the... So steel rod, yeah, okay. So I can actually do a steel rod. So if I make 2 of those, that makes me 4 steel rods. Yeah, it's I'm no eco warrior. I do believe in looking after what we've got, but I think how many is 6? Jesus Christ. But I'm a big believer that it's this. All right, so if we make 4 of those, that we can. That was a few too many, actually. Okay. Oh well. How many did I need? 6. That'll teach me to not look what the hell I'm doing. A steel bushing set is just the same again. That's 1, so we're going to need more iron. I need 2 more of those, and a steel torque shaft. It's... How do you say? I think they're I don't think they're that expensive, but they're... how are we doing there? 2 more blocks. But they are... Obviously steel is a lot easier in this because I can just combine it with coal, which to me is a huge improvement than having to go through blast furnaces and whatever. Okay, so we got 1, so we need 2 and 3 of those to get 2 more of these bushing sets. And then the torque is just how many? 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Bang. So that should give us the ability to get the highly enchanted tool upgrade, which if we throw that into the well, I think As I say, this used to be that it wasn't picky about what level book it had, but maybe it is a little picky now. Let's have a look. Book, what we got? Sharpness, we can definitely put a couple of smite, big smites, not little smites. Will you go with that? Will that make you a happy camper? No, it will not make you a happy camper. Okay, you're going to insist on that? Would be a kick in the teeth if they've moved it to be as specific as that it is the enchanted book. Hang on. No, it's definitely wants fortune, which is going to be a pain because obviously we've only got looting, spikes, fire protection, scrapping, power, but no fortune. And my guess is that if I go over to the thing, then we're not going to see that either. I mean, it should be expensive realistically, but the mending's actually good. Mending on that one. Efficiency is useless. Spikes is alright, you can stick it on your shield, but yeah, it's not a great thing. Oh well, I don't think we're going to be putting a highly enchanted tool upgrade on this one either. But we can go and possibly, what I've got 28 levels. I need to get some more experience levels before I can even use those. Right, let us go and see what's going on outside, and I may actually think right, who's over there? I see you, sir. Pew! Dead. Doesn't really sound much like a bow, that, does it? A little pew. This is working quite well, though. They're going to irritate me until they despawn, but we'll live. And yeah. So let's go have a tour of what we got. Autumn is definitely here, as we can tell from the leaves. His problem is it's not going down, it's going back up, because he tries to take the shortest possible route to the point he was at when he fails, when he jumps down, and so that's why he gets back there. Now, if I could force him to pathfind correctly, how are you doing? You're okay for food right now. Then it wouldn't be the end of the world, but his problem is his pathfinding, the return pathfinding. I'm just wondering whether we could do something with I know. Let's try something, and we'll see where we end up with this. So we can't easily, if I put, let me get into my backpack, get my backpack, get some of that going, get me a bit of that and a bit of that, and we shall go in here, and you see that doesn't really work. We're going to need some dark oak, and I'll pop over to the tree farm to grab a little bit of that, and we'll chisel that up. That frog's still under there, isn't he? Yeah. We should something to capture things would be really good. Well, we never really realised. Wow. Okay. Got a wee bit of olive wood built up here. Ironwood. Here we go. You're olive wood, aren't you? Yes, you are. I forgot I'd left this running. I wonder how much it's been. Oh God. Yeah, that is. It's been busy. All right. Let me tidy up after myself, and then we'll get back to putting some guardrails on for Nobby there. So I think I've got an idea of what we can do. It's just a bit of a pain in that we will have to manage how it works, but we can put a small. Wow, we definitely came out of that one ahead. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these. Oops, hello. Maybe we should turn them off for a while. Maybe. What are you doing? We'll have the saplings that we can grab. We'll put those away as well. Yeah, so thinking the problem through, we need to stop Nobby having to go down into the town hall for sustenance. And the only way I can think of doing that is if we make him a guard town hall, which, you know, is doable. I just need to get rid of that for a second. Oh God, I need to do something with all these olives. I don't think we can do much of anything with them other than make olive oil. There's no, I don't think there's no olive block or thing we can do. Alright, well, that's not a problem for this moment. I am just going to dump everything off in here and clear that system out, I think. Yeah, so if we were to make it so the guardrails were such that he can't readily and with wild abandon throw himself off, and then that he has to go to a different town hall block to pick up his food, then that might work. So it's effectively limit his pathfinding options to only the paths that we want him to use. Oh man. Never ending. Alright. I think I'm going to need a barrel for these. What we got? Let's get some dark oak. Dark oak? Actually no, let's go with some spruce just for a contrast colour. There we go. A couple of stacks of that should do the things. Yeah, it's been fun. The irony is it's actually easier to record some of the early episodes than it is to record the later episodes, because the early episodes take less time to record, whereas there's a lot less grind in an early episode. Right, let me get some of this going. We'll get a bit of that going. And we're going to go with some fancy vertical planking. That might work. And then we'll break you down and get ourselves some of this going. Now, as this stands, this walkway is going to be a bit of a pain to build around, because it's, well, it's going to be a bit of a pain, period. But if we take a straight line up from there and then take it round to here and do the same. Actually, no, let's just undo that one and do that onto the corner, and then we do that. See, here's your problem. He's already idioting around there, but by making it 1 pixel higher, he shouldn't be able to jump that. I can for some reason, I don't know why. I certainly shouldn't be able to jump more than 1 block. Let me just check something. Oops. Let's just undo that. Let me stick a line here. I can jump onto that. If I go on to 2, I can jump onto that. 3, I can jump that. And bearing in mind I've got no jump boost. 4, however, I can't. So maybe that's the answer. Maybe we take out this line here. Go. That was 2. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. I shouldn't be able to jump onto that. Definitely can't jump onto that. There shouldn't be. It's just nope, no problem there. Still no problem. Out. No problem there. Well, that went over the edge. So it doesn't. This is. I'll tell you what this reminds me of, and I don't know whether anybody else saw these. The Etho style episodes where he sits there with his walls of snow trying to work out exactly how high a horse can jump. So if we do it that high, and then I take out that and that. No. Put that in there. Oops. Take out, oops, no, that, and then do that all the way up. Now, he shouldn't be able to run off of there. That's the thing, but the problem is you have to do that here and here. Do I want that there? It's not going to go off of that. So if I then were to come up here and then that's going to be a pain with that thing as well. Let's have a look. How high was that? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we get away with that. He can't go up there. He can't easily. Well, he can. If I can easily fall off, I'll put my slime boots back on. So can he. But what I'm thinking is if we were to then do that and then come up here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we do here? Do I zigzag this across, or do I? Oh God, this is annoyingly annoying. Well, so that's 6, 2, 3, oops, 5, 6. Bearing in mind I'd have to do this all the way around the structure. Then we can do this way 6, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't fit through the gap. This gap, yes. Whether it can fit through any other gap, I don't know. What I am trying to do is figure out how much work this is going to be if I do this. Because that takes you to there. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. I should, and I've done that too far down. I should have done the underside first. I may be able to copy some of this. That's the only saving grace that I can see. Yeah, is okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. The drawback is now I can't jump up on it. Let's see whether we can duplicate the pattern once we've got this in. That's 4, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so that gives us that. Can I copy that? Okay, what I can copy. Yeah, it's not going to. It's interesting. Placement. There. Placement there. Oops. Why? No. Something's not right. See, this is going to be... Hi, Dara. This is going to be a right royal pain in the backside. I can see this being one of those jobs where you just wish you'd not started. And the other question is, what will it actually look like once we've done it all? Oops. And again, I don't want to put rails in every 5 feet. I think that would be way too much. See, that and that are the same. So, oh dear. Well, the problem is any of them are going to have this problem from the top. If I want guys patrolling around this wall, they are going to have this issue. So there's two... Tell you what. Oh, bum. Let's go make another town hall block. And oh man, get in there, because we've got the upkeep slot, so we can do that one. So if I want a town hall block, what was involved with that again? Town hall, missing almost everything. Stone, brick, chest, town hall. And then take our upkeep order that we got. We'll drop off a little bit of that and anything else. Nah, all right. Yeah, I mean, if you think back to the ancient warfare system, I actually made the walkway in such a way that they couldn't get out of it, and that was the entire thing. The walkway was built with them in mind. However, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of fishies, because we'll get more. After all, it's going to keep working. We will repack Nobby. And we're going to take... See if this works. If I can get them coming and staying up at this level... let me... Where do I want to put this? Here. If I come in here and go Z, remove, and then what the... Z, remove. It makes no sense. Guardhouse. We'll call it guardhouse. And we'll give it a range of 20. We'll give it some fishies. And then we are going to make that remove it. Yeah, I'm trying to bloody assign alright. Am I a Teletubby? No. I do remember the Teletubbies. I am unfortunate enough that I was old enough to grow up when my youngest watched the Teletubbies. Unfortunately, I think, in fact, isn't Tinky Winky dead now? As well, that's a killer, isn't it? When you realise that one of the Teletubbies is dead. Why are we even having this conversation? I honestly don't know. Let me just fix that. Right, so why is this thing refusing to target position? Alright. It really just will not clear that bloody upkeep thing. Oh, sorry. Right, what other orders have we got then? It doesn't get a lot of updates. I think is probably the fairest way. It didn't get a lot of updates before. It's certainly, I don't think it's going to get a lot now. Yeah, work order, upkeep, combat, routing, trade. I think we're doomed to have an idiot guard who can't find his own backside with both hands. It's reasonably up to date, I think, but let's see if we can't get him to play. See, that this is a solution. It's something I could do. It's just a pain of a solution. Let me pop you back down here, and your home is he's off. Okay, now where the hell are you going? Jeez. All right. We're doomed to not having a guy walking around the top of the walls. Well, I mean, that's a question about the original character as well. Z. That's where we want you to go and stand. You're going to stand here and you are going to guard. Do your thing. and that's it. We're going to take this out. I'm sure I can find a better use for that, and he can go, he'll always be able to find his way there. And of course that gives us another let's just put these back in. Yeah, there is another advantage now. Let's go and bring in the obvious character to go with him. I also want to change him from a bow to a sword, and the other character. Let's I need I don't want an elite pirate. I just want a combat NPC. Thank you very much. There. So we need to make a food bundle, which we can do. We need a wooden sword, which we can do easily enough. I probably could have done it with the spruce, but you know. Grab that. You're going to need a combat order, which is paper. That was one the thing I spotted, wasn't it? Let's just put that away. Let's go in and put you away, and you and you. I'm going to leave that rail up there for a while, I think. And yeah. Well, you know, as random entries into comments and text go, are you a Teletubby? Where the hell has he just gone? Oh, okay. Repack. Repack. Off you go. They're pathing to the wrong place now. Question. See, this is what gets me. He can find his way around the eye at the top here. Go in through that door and find his way in. No problem. But he can't find his way up a thing. Okay. Oh, I know what we need if we're going to do that. But we do need to go and get the thingy first. Yeah. In fact, I did something today which was a little bit out of character for me. And I'm still a little unsure about whether these things now. Everybody in the chat, everybody who's watching this will be familiar with the well-known meme, "Don't feed the trolls." And obviously, you know, it's there as a means to say, you know, if someone gives you grief online, don't rise to it. Don't, you know, give them the satisfaction, because this is what they feed on. They feed on attention, and you know, if you rise to it, you're giving them what they want. I need to find some sugarcane. So typically, most of the time, and in fact all the time, I never respond to the trolls. I mean, if it's interactive chat, then I do a little bit more. But then if it's like comments, you know, I just normally will just block it and forget about it. And end of argument, end of story, you know, all done. And one of the things that I often forget that YouTube has is a report abuse button, which is report spam and or abusive comments. Now, again, I've never used it before, and I don't know how many people do use it, to be honest. But I got a comment trapped by the filters this morning on a video, which was, well, downright disgusting, to be honest. It was just a nasty small-minded individual who had nothing better to do than sit there and, in quotes, troll. And a couple of things occurred to me. One is that where the hell is all the sugarcane? By normalizing it and calling it trolling, we make it an okay thing. It's like, it's okay, it's only trolling. And it occurs to me that it's not okay, it's not trolling, it's bullying. By any other word, it is bullying. It's somebody trying to upset or, you know, get one up on somebody else. And I thought there, and I thought, no, I shouldn't. I'm not going to block this one. I'm actually going to report it. So I reported it, which obviously blocks it. It doesn't show up on my channel or anything, which is a good thing. But I'm sincerely hoping that this guy gets his YouTube account banned. It's just not on. And you know, I'm pretty thick-skinned. I'm nearly 50, for Christ's sakes. If I can't take, you know, somebody calling me anything, anything they want to call me, it's not going to bother me. I'm not going to be overly worried if some small-minded individual thinks he can get a little bit of one-upmanship and, you know, over me, because, you know, he's proved nothing. He's gained nothing. There's just nothing. But there are a lot of people out there for who, wow, breakdancing cow, for who that would be a big deal, who can't separate reality from things, and important from unimportant. And as you say, there's a lot of vulnerable victims out there, people who will take more extreme reactions to it. So yeah, I think I mean, my personal view now is because this is another thing. I'm how do I put this? I'm peculiar. Oh, sorry, you all knew that. No, I'm odd in that I don't believe in much. Oh, limonite sample. Okay, I think we've already tracked that one down. I'm not a big believer in things like fate or, you know, ghosts or spirituality or anything like that. I'm very practical in many respects. But the one thing I do believe in, which has got kind of peculiar, as I say, it's just odd because it doesn't really fit in with my worldview for everything else, is I do believe in karma. And I believe in what goes around comes around. So there's a little bit in me kind of goes, oh, you don't want to go reporting someone because that'll come back to bite you. But then if they're the one that is actually in the wrong, and you do something that is right, then clearly karma, or the rules of karma, shouldn't apply to you because you've not done anything wrong. Now, if you were in the wrong, then obviously karma does apply. Does that make sense? But yeah, it was an interesting one. As I say, I've seen my fair share of comments, and I've seen my fair share on stream. In fact, you know, certainly a few people sat there. A few people have come along and, you know, cast aspersions as to my reasons for playing Minecraft, because, you know, I'm obviously a grown-ass man, and yeah, whatever. If I were in the business of something underhanded, then I wouldn't have a face cam, and I'd be acting like I wasn't a... Oh, yeah, uranium, completely useless. I'm going to grab these last few sugar canes because we're going to need some for the farm anyway that we're going to build. But yeah, it was just one of those annoying things where you kind of sit there and you hear people make excuses for so many things these days. You know, like what is essentially vile behaviour, and they go, oh, it's just trolling, they're just trolling, don't worry about it, it's just trolling. And you know, it's like, no, they're not. They're just been small-minded, nasty individuals who deserve to... Oh, I won't say they deserve to get anything. They just deserve to get their just desserts, whatever they may be. That way we can leave Karma to sort it out, because yeah, there's enough toxic behaviour around. I mean, if you take for example, Total Biscuit, obviously, you know, he died, what was it, is it 6 months ago now, from cancer. And I can't say that I was a follower of his. I didn't, you know, watch his channel or really do much at all about the guy. But, you know, he had that episode a few months, or was it a few years before? Hi, Babbitt. Where he got into an argument with someone and he'd use the word, "I hope you get cancer and die." And there was a few people in Twitter were saying, "Oh, that's like highly appropriate," or whatever, when he died from it. And it's like, nah, that's just underhanded. And, you know, there's a grieving widow there, and you don't wish that on your worst enemies. So, yeah, I don't think you wish anything nasty on people, but certainly they should get what they deserve. Unfortunately, life doesn't always work that way. Life seems to think that they deserve to be highly successful and get everything they've ever wanted, which is a bit unfair. But there you go. Right, I think we've probably got enough sugarcane there, so I'm going to head back. But yeah, so long story short, as of now, when people give me grief on the video, and if it's sufficiently vile that I find it, you know, unacceptable, I'll report it. And hopefully YouTube will come a better, slightly better, less toxic place. And yeah, I mean, the other thing, it's one of the things that I often find is a little bit odd is YouTubers slamming YouTube for running their business the way YouTube want to run their business when you've not paid anything for it. And I've had this discussion before, but the most recent one, I don't know whether you've seen the God, who was it? Cadbury's. I think it was Cadbury. Was it Cadbury's or Nestle? Chocolate manufacturer in the UK has removed their adverts from YouTube because they were showing up on oh God, what the hell's the music called? Drill music, whatever the hell that is. As I understand it, some form of rap music which is gang related. There you go. That's as down with the kids as I get. Well, yeah, there it was Mars, wasn't it? So that's Mars is, I'm trying to think, is Mars Cadbury's or Nestle? Jesus, I can't think. Not Roundtree. Roundtree make fruit gums and fruit pastels, one of my favourite sweets, in fact. But I'm a big fan of a fruit pastel. Unfortunately, fruit pastels are a big fan of my middle, and they like to hang on and stick there. But yeah, that everybody's, oh, it's censorship. It's well, it's not censorship. The bloody advertising company have got the rights to say exactly what kind of content they want their videos and adverts to appear by. Yeah, I'm sure Karma is certainly from a Buddhist point of view. Karma is he's on your next iteration, isn't it? You don't get it actually in the life you're in. It's whether you evolve or go down. And yeah, well, I mean, I honestly, for me, it wasn't bullying. It was just someone being obnoxious, and me going, yeah, all right, click, because I'm almost certain he could probably measure his years in fractions of mine, also his IQ in fractions of mine, and yeah, and to be honest, if you saw the actual his on-screen name, you'd know exactly, you know, the kind of character you're expecting to interact with. In fact, I think he's come in and given us grief on stream on before. He may still do, unless that banning him has blocked him from seeing the video. We can but hope. Yeah, I really don't understand what this drill music is, though. That's a very strange idea. Whee! Right, we've got some sugar canes. We can use a little bit to make some paper to make a combat order for our new NPC. We can also get him some equipment from our stash. I don't know whether I've got a stash. Have I got some? No, I think these are empty. Yeah. And we can make sure that Nobby is not alone. If I could only figure out a way to give them a cigarette to smoke but whilst they're working, then that would be ideal. But I can't. So that's, yeah, that's a downer. Nobby. Yeah, let's get this done. And then we'll have a look at this sugarcane farm. At least sugarcane isn't affected by the weather. I don't think it is anyway. No, it can't be, because otherwise there wouldn't be any in the world. Why have I only got... one water bottle? Hi folks. Yeah, well, there is a mod for hemp, which ostensibly is so you can make rope. Honest. Okay, right. So I need a bit of paper. I need some red dye and a plank. Blank, red dye, paper for the combat order. Yeah. We're talking about Nobby here. We are quite understanding in things. Right, let's give him a sword, but we're not going to give him a good one because it's... We'll get a chest, iron chest piece. We'll have a helmet. Chainmail will be fine. I could have sworn I should have had a whole load of armour kicking around here. What the hell did I do with all that then? I brought a whole load back, I'm sure I did. Got lots of boots. We'll give him a pair of leather boots. And chainmail leggings. That'll work. Oh, and have we got a shield? Did I bring any shields back? I did. We'll give... No, he doesn't deserve an iron shield. We'll give him a wooden shield. Right, let's go and... Well, he is described as having... any cigarette lit by corporal knobs automatically becomes a dog end. So that is a thing. Right, we're going to get our combat order and we are going to place that one there. And then we are going to come up here and, oh, let's go and swap out. Nobby, you are not an archer. You were never any good with a bow. Have a sword and a shield. There you go. And we'll come up here. Really, Father O'Toole? Really, Father? Is that what's going on around here, is it? Okay, we are going to have this guy who is going to be... oh, God. Hungry, apparently. Is it? Yes. I'm going with that spelling. I can never remember which spelling they are. We'll give you a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of that. You can have the bow and you can have that combat order. And there we go. Oh, Nobby's hungry. What we'll do is we'll quickly repack him. We'll set his home up here. now he's off. Right, we have 2 guards. The immortal Sergeant Colon and Corporal Nobbs. And true to form, they've found a comfortable little sheltered area to shelter from the rain whenever it's a problem. Right, let me think. What do we want? I need to know what season it is. And there is somewhere a season clock, which is just quartz and redstone. I don't think you can't make those, can you? But it doesn't matter. We've oops, let's try for some quartz. Really? All right. He doesn't have a bed in his church. I probably need to make him a vicarage to live in. So we've got quartz over there. We are going to go and get some quartz, but first we're going to go and sleep. Be interesting to if I can make them sleep in the because there is hammocks in this, if I remember rightly. Yeah, which is just that we could make those. If I could get those working. I never managed to get them to actually stay up. That's what she said. No. Right, we're going to take a walk out to the quartz. It's not a long way, so we can just go down and grab that by hand. These guys are obviously on the ball. They are absolutely... You're not going to see much down at the wall, mate. And we'll head out. We'll get some quartz, and then we can make the season, the calendar, season clock. No, I don't see any of them see it. They probably wouldn't recognise anything other than a vanilla bed. I love this bow. I think I may have mentioned it on a few occasions. Where are you, quartz? You're not far from up here. There's a couple of points. I don't know what depth it spawns at, and I bet I haven't. Oh, I have got the field manual though, so that's good. Let's have a look. Yeah, sort of quartz, page 20. Blah blah blah. Similar drop rate to vanilla nether quartz, however it also runs which has to drop in actual editions, blah blah blah. Generates between Y6 and 29. Okay, that's easy to do. Hi Potter. I'm surprised I've not had a wireless request from you for the mage server yet. Where are we? Quartzy quartz. Here we go. Get a little bit of this going on. So we're going to go down here and do the old block one of those. So we want Y6 for 29 to 6. It's a hell of a lot easier than doing it in SevTech. Ah. I'd love to stream. The problem with streaming a YouTube series is that is keeping them thin, because I record about 2 weeks in advance of myself, or try to be about 2 weeks in advance. It gives me the flexibility to have time off when needed. So, for example, like next week, I'm going down to London for the weekend for one of our best friend's daughter's 21st. And it's scary because the first time I met her, I think she was 8. And it's like, how dare you get older? Oh. Hello. Nobody? Okay. Right, well, we'll block that off. What am I at now? 27. I should probably try my prospector's pick. I'm not expecting to find it at this depth yet, but we'll find it. What are we at now? 18. Come on. Down from me. Excellent. We're in on a roll. Still down from me. North of me. There we go. Got it. Suppose I should grab a big chunk of it, shouldn't I, while I'm down here? Let me just find out how big a deposit we've got for starters. Right, what are we at? It's not massive, but you are momentum diamond reinforced. What have I got on me? Your look. It's not so fast, but we'll take it. Should be subject to luck, so I don't know whether I really want a lot of this. That's the only drawback, although it is good free experience, so I should probably go for it. Okay, let me get rid of those, and that, and that, and that, and that. Keep hold of that. There we go. That'll... God, this is slow. Am I that bothered about quartz, or do I just... It's not much faster with that though, is it? Could silk touch it and get it later, or we just go with... You know what? I'm just going to go with the vanilla. Have I not made a hammer? Apparently not. Strange. That's something we should probably fix at some future point. But hello, magma block. It'll give me some levels as well to do some enchanting and apply some stuff to my armor and various bits, so that's always a bonus. Oh, damn you. You know what? I think what we'll do is we will mark that off. We're going to go straight up, and I can always come back and get more later. It's not really worth sitting here and oh God, no, F9, F9, F7, and hop, 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 hop. Must admit, I do like Geolysis. I think it is a class mod for this style of pack. Because once you've found, yeah, I heard you, mate. Once you've found your block, your ore, then Right, I'm going to put the torch there to remind me to dig there, because if I dig on the other one, I'm going to go straight through it and die. which, you know, is going to put a crimp on your day. What's my mix like? Yeah, fruit and dairy. It's got the whole lot. Better. Taco for the win. That should have brought us... Oh, we didn't get much fruit out of it. Oh, because there is no fruit in it. Alright. I think it's a random taco is the one that's got fruit in it. Okay. Don't tell me yet. So armed with that, we can now make a calendar. So at least I can tell what season we're in, because I genuinely don't know. I'm fairly certain it's autumn, judging by the way these leaf colours are going. And if it is autumn, then I don't think we're going to be that long before the crops over in the field start dying. Now my suspicion is the Natura barley won't die, but all of the Pam's crops and the vanilla crops will die. Probably not the fruit trees. How you doing, fellas? Oh dear. I'm going to be, every time I walk past them now, I'm going to be imagining the conversations they have. Because there have been plenty of scenes in Pratchett's books where there's just been the knobs and colon talking about some random crap. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Season clock. Here's that bit of redstone. And 4 of those. Nice and cheap. The only problem is now I've got to work out what the hell that is telling me. I think it's telling me we're in autumn. Because that looks like summer at the top. If we're looking at the top right, the blue with the summer sky. Have we got any item frames? Okay, glass and plate. Okay, one of them, and give me some more. Don't know, was it 8 or 2? It was just 2. 4 even. Duh. There we go. Get a clear item frame going, and we'll put this up in the main hall so we can keep our eye on the season. I mean, I'm a big believer with the weather forecast. That, you know, when it's raining, it is raining, and there we go. The season clock is on the wall over the fireplace. Right, let us sleep somewhere, and we can move on. I still really do need to get around to decorating. Is an area that I really loathe in vanilla style Minecraft, mainly because I just got spoilt by DecoCraft and the likes. I suppose that's quite normal. Marble will keep you, and keep you. Everything else can. I don't know why I've got the bowl. I don't know what I would even use the bowl for apart from making stew. Truffle soup. Cool. Piggies find them when they're happy. 9-7. Crap. Give me 4 of those. Thank you. Bang. We will get that elusive 100. 6, 6, 6, 7. That's gone down. The only problem is with these, I've just noted, as I noticed on a previous episode, is the damn things have saturation, which is not ideal when you want to build up your things. Mead were good. If we ever do the wither, it won't know what's hit it. Key. Let me have a look. We need to think about a cane farm. So we're going to need wooden gears. Two. We've got... No, we haven't. All right. Oak. So we need a chest and shunk. Let me just get that, and then we can put all of that back down there. We need a iron shovel. Got everything we need for that in my inventory. And we should be able to make that. Reed farm. Now, if I want to make a boundary upgrade, we need to make fences. Which I think that will do. And then I want to make an NPC. I just want a worker NPC. We're going to make an... Oh, we're missing a water bottle. Okay. Oh, that's where my water went. Okay, that's fine. I know now. Right, let's try that again. Make one of them. Do some of that. Make that. Oh, motorcycle. Yeah, it's similar to using the rice bread in Sevtech as a technique, potentially iffy technique, but you know, only if you consider it cheating. The features there, if it's on and enabled, then as far as I'm concerned, it's fair game. Okay, now make me one of them. Bang, thank you very much. We're going to need a works order. I can't spell. Grey with paper and thing, so we go paper and grey. Okay, put that away. One of them, one of them, one of them. Do them the other way around. There's our works order. We also need a hoe. I'm going to give him a good hoe at least, eh? That should do. And then I want a bed, I think. Got one or two, so we're all right. Yeah. Let's go and see about getting this sugarcane farm going. I've got 51 sugarcane on me, so that's a start. I should make Sergeant Colon's eating cycle more as well, because he's a bit of a porker. Okay, right. So if we're going to house him in the barn. The other thing I want to try, and this is most likely, not going to work, and we'll probably try this on a video rather than this, because it's going to be a much longer job to do, is using... where the hell am I going to place this? That's the first question. Oh, crap. So if I were to come and mark it in the middle here and place down a bounds, let's move it, and then we'll other way. So that is that, and if we F8, we should see that is the size of it as it is right now. However, if we give it the bounds upgrade, then the bounds we can go much bigger. And as you can see, it goes out to here, so we'd need to strip this hill back, including underground lake. That's fine, I don't mind. I don't want to strip it completely back. I'm gonna kind of try and landscape it back a little in a slightly different way, because I don't mind if it can't be planted on normally. So if, for example, we were to, I don't know, come along here and obviously take all of this out, and we need to take all of this out, we can we need to put the water in. The farm doesn't sort it, but fortunately we can do that. So it's not like Sevtech where we couldn't do it for the first couple of ages. We have got the option of we'll get there. Okay, so we'll bring this round like this. Which will make that a little bit easier to landscape. We can probably just come in a little bit here and maybe even get that going on, and then we can use this to landscape all of this area. And again, I might leave the pond in, just some of it, but not all of it. So from here we'll come in maybe a little bit. Oh, damn it, I'm out of dirt. Give me that dirt. Any more dirt? Nope. We're also running out of water options as well. Yeah, get rid of that. Pop that over there. A little bit of dirt to go in there. We'll go and grab some more dirt from over there, but first things first, let's jump in here. We'll get this other guy's bed down, and we really do need to put some food into this as well, I think. We'll just sleep. Oh, bed is okay. I don't think I'd actually have the genuine problem of a bit of the bed being too far away in reality. I'd just dive into it with wild abandon. Okay, no, hang on a second. Let's just play this sensible. So, I don't think I put snad in this, did I? No, I didn't. That's good. For those of you not familiar, snad is a a mod which gives you sand, which makes sugarcane grow faster. You know, as the myth, the old Minecraft myth that sugarcane grows faster on sand than dirt. It doesn't, but it does grow faster on snad. Right, you can go. Melon seeds can go. They can go. They can go. That can go. That can just be planted. That can go. And what I'm thinking is maybe just a very straightforward. Oh god, it's bloody, yeah, that's not going to play nicely, is it? No. Now I know there is a thank you. I wonder where all, I figured there had to be more going on down there than that. Yeah, that works. Right, so if I wanted to go and say I want sugarcane, what's the best way? Bearing in mind, oh Christ, that's the other thing, of course, in winter it's going to freeze, isn't it? Covering it here doesn't even help. So it is going to die in winter. You're probably right. Personally, I think sugarcane looks better in a cloche. But then again, I am slightly biased at the moment, so I just go to those. Alright. What's the better? Just the plus sign, do you reckon? I should have grabbed some sand while I was over near the desert. Not that we've got a shortage of sand, obviously. We can. I'm very tempted actually, hang on. There, that looks nicer. No. We'll again, we'll kind of, I was going to say landscape, but this is more kind of waterscape, isn't it? Grab a little bit of that, just try and keep the shape going down here. And that, not a bad start. I don't like these features that rise up like that either, so we'll have that, and we shall that should do us, I think. Yeah. Oh, give me that sand. Right, let's try the sand. So if I were a clever person, which I'm not. Well, I'm just me. I make no pretension to being wise or clever. I'm just the person that I am. However, there is a way to make this really work in our favour, which involves digging up a whole load of stuff. All the way to here, and then we'll fill it with water and then we'll place the sand in for the sugar cane to grow on. Takes a little bit of excavating, I'm afraid, but we'll get there eventually. Now, given the size of the farm, I don't think I'm going to muck around with anything like apiaries, because they'll be too big anyway. The farm's too big anyway, so I would need quite a few apiaries to get any growth ticks, and I'm not 100% convinced that they work on sugarcane. I mean, obviously it gives growth ticks, so it does do something, but not 100%. Maybe it does. There's just another ticking entity as well, just for good measure, so... Okay. Okie dokie dokie. And obviously that's probably got a whole load of stuff in it as well. But if we... Oh. Did I just not make an infinite water source? Perfect Minecraft fail there. And shouldn't take us more than a minute or two. Alright, there we go, done. No. So the next thing is, if we were to have a water source, if we'd start here and go, this is our water source in the corner, we put sugarcane there and there, then would you then go and have the water source there and go, oh God, I'm never certain what's the best way. Okay, whatever. I mean, you got the old just make thing, but that's not optimal, is it? I think you do is you want to have that one, that one, that one, and that one. So that's all of those, but we can't go to this one. So if I go, that's not going to work. I'm very tempted just to go with my bog standard let's do it in lines malarkey, you know. Got it. I'm going with what I know. And we're going to start off at this side with a line of sand all the way to the end. Damn you. Be infinite. Oh, of course, yeah. Of course, the bloody thing got it, didn't it? Going to need more sand, but that's not a problem. I often wonder where people get some of their ideas from. Oh bugger. Right, we need more sand, but we also need to head back and drop off a few bits and pieces because we appear to have a glut of stuff. Oh, we got a little bit of sand. Okay, we can at least finish that off. Stop it. No, we got it. All right. So we shall go in and we'll just tidy this up a little bit. In fact, I'll sleep first. Man. Quite nice in this barn, really, isn't it? It's quite cosy almost. Right, let's head over here and just ditch off this dirt and gravel. Dirt and gravel. We don't have a sand pile over here. I don't think we ever bothered with a sand pile on the basis that we never get that much. But that'll do. Right, sand. Sand. Oh, facing outwards. Well done, sir. Maybe I ought to have them walk backwards and forwards periodically. I don't know. Always Father O'Toole's having a wander around, seeing to the welfare of his flock. And I realise that my accents, I have to tell me that when I do accents, they're bad. I know they are. I have a bunch of colleagues at work who will quite happily tell me how bad my ability to do accents is. I'm going to need definitely more sand anyway, I think. May have to take a little trip out to the desert. Have I got any spare manual in? I will have in a moment. I can't believe I didn't make a hammer, you know. That just does not seem like me at all. One block. Let's get that out. Okay. I bet I've got manual in on me. They would, but it'd be funny. Yeah, it's probably I've just got cruel work colleagues. I'm already expecting a certain amount of stick tomorrow because I've had the new tat done. I can't go swimming for a couple of weeks until it's healed properly, so I'm going to have to let the guys know that I won't be swimming with them this week, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, because I know what my colleagues are like. They're buggers, but it doesn't matter. Let's see how far we can get with what we got, and if I can, if I need. Oh, I think we probably just about got the right layout actually. Yeah, see, this is an odd one because that's going to not have... it is, however, solvable, isn't it? No one said the water has to be in the farm. So then we can do... that. Now, how much sand have you got? I don't think you've got enough. I know you haven't got enough, but we'll take what you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more little pieces of sand. Fortunately, there is a river full of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. With a bit of luck. Now I counted 12. Why am I... there's some there. 11. 12. I knew I'd done it. Okay. I think half the problem is many of our stereotyped accents in this country are stereotyped off of... quite often off of American films and stuff. So the good old Irish police guy, you know, in things. Ironically, the last, you know, probably one of the most famous ones from the old. Oh God, what was it? Oh, you know what I mean. The Untouchables. The Irish street cop played by Scott. But, you know, get rid of them. I don't want any of that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. Right, let's see. What else we got in there? A whole load of crap, but that's fine. Now the resources go in there. That lot goes in here. We'll start this guy off as we mean him to go on. Yeah, don't really want that. Anything I don't want there? No, I think we're good. Work order, bang. That's the work. That's his work position. This is his home. He comes in here. He goes out there, and yeah, right. Where are you? Set home. Right. Give me a name for our sugarcane farmer. Give him a thing. We need a name for our sugarcane farmer. Preferably reasonably clean. Oh, he's off. Where's he gone? He's worked it out off his own back. Look, he's decided to go and have a little work. And he's planting sugarcane. You're not missing much. Come on, give me a name. Otherwise, I'm going to give him a name. Reed Kane. And welcome, Pops. I didn't see you lurking there. Okay, Reed Kane it is. There we go. And that's your work order. So that's where you know where you're working. He's already gained a hit point and he knows where his home is. So once this is finished, he'll be working this area, harvesting sugarcane. Kane Reed. Actually, that does make more sense. There we go. Because obviously, I mean, I'm one of these people. I get thoroughly confused by people who have certain first names for surnames. I work with a guy called, strangely enough, Colin Guy, but a number of people who call him Guy Colin. Oh, we can turn that off so we don't have to look at that ugliness going on around the area. And did I? Bum. Come here, you. Thank you. Can I bone meal those? I can. Cool. Let's just get a little bit of wildlife going back around here. Just make sure that this, you know, looks suitably wild in the area. Bang, bang. Bang, a little bit of bangage there, some of there, bit there, bit there. Yeah, none of those react to being. I'm going to just go in and grab a few bits of this as well then. Oh. I say a few bits of that, and then I went in and got a whole load of seeds I didn't want. Alright. 1.13. I haven't. No. I've been kind of tempted to just realise that they're bacon wrapped dates. That's vile. Okay. Anyway, we've got that guy going. Could have been worse. Could have been Seymour. That's one straight out of The Simpsons for you. No, it's I know, but this funny thing. I rarely get a chance to play vanilla. And right, what have you eaten? What we should actually do now, I think, is probably sort out some more food, because we have got 17 stacks of wheat. Oops. Which of course we can convert into wheat flour, and if we take that wheat flour back, we'll be able to make some bread. So if I grab maybe 3 more stacks, I don't think we don't need a vast amount, and we can always go and convert some other bits and pieces over. We've got plenty of food stuffs. You know, got 12 stacks of, we've got all sorts. I think the funniest non-funny name story I can, and is I may have actually mentioned this one before, because it's one that is firmly thing. So I used to run a training course at work for Introduction to Unix for researchers who wanted to use our Unix systems on their, on their research. And wow, that's going down quickly. Let's take some chicken. Then we will take some steaky, and we'll take some eggy, and we'll take raw turkey and some raw duck, and we'll leave the rest in there. So I was training a guy, and I was looking at my. That is not creepy at all, mate. I always check the attendees list before I ran the course, and I would go through and make sure that they had the relevant accesses onto the Unix system. So I was going through and I saw this name, and I'm like, that can't be right. That can't be a genuine his genuine name, this particular person. So anyway, I checked, and it was, and he was coming on the course, and I nothing would do. I simply had to ask him if he was related to his namesake, because I was training a fellow called Alexander Kalashnikov, which I thought was quite amusing. It was certainly different. I don't think I've ever met anybody with a Kalashnikov name before now, so let's have a look. I want to make bread. We can do it that way, or we can do it that way. I like that. I do love the way this does 9 at a time. It's awesome. Okay, well, and they will obviously then come out there. Richard Head. Oh dear. The parents must surely have known. I mean, this is what I find amazing, is that people will call someone turtle. Was it Curious Turtle by any chance? Let me tell you, I can take some of the existing bread out. That's fine, I think. I could take. See, I'm probably never going to use the pumpkin pies, so we could probably put those into the food stash. Certainly a bit more fish. I'm very tempted just to take all the pumpkin pie, because I don't think I don't think I've ever actually eaten or made pumpkin pie ever in this game. That'll do 'em. That will keep the troops happy. I know the wife has got a thing in her head that she would quite like a tortoise. Myself, I'm a little bit dubious on that one. Although, I like most animals. It's just that tortoises live for hundreds of live as long as us. I actually worked in my first job. My boss was someone called Love from Doncaster. It'd be quite embarrassing if I found out there was a relationship. Not a relationship. You related, but I worked with a lady called Norrie Love at Doncaster Health. Potter, that's easy. How are you doing there, sir? He's spreading them out. He's waiting for them to grow, look, patiently. You're so patient, sir. Would you like me to go and get you a little bit more to be on with? Yeah, it's I don't know how common or uncommon a name it is, to be honest, but it is bang. Wow, you wasted no time, sir. I don't know where. Well, I would say Island Sadai or Island Sadi, but I'm guessing there's probably an accent or something. I'm not sure what the origin of the name is actually. And it is personally for me, origins of names and words are of interest. I find all of that kind of stuff interesting. Well, I mean, of course, it doesn't help that I'm stuck with a boring old name that is, biblical and as common as muck. So, and even my surname is based off. Well, it doesn't really have any strong things. It's not like a Smith or a Baker or a Wainwright or things. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting when you actually start looking into how names work and where names come from. So if you know anybody who has a surname of Fitzwilliam, any name that's Fitz and a king specifically, it actually means the royal bastard of. Yeah, Fitz actually was the name to give for an acknowledged royal bastard. Which it's wow. Look at that! Oh my! I should have moved in and lived in a swamp. I would have put up with the witches. I think I've already raped. Did you just push me? Wow, these guys have been breeding or something. Yeah, it was a royal prerogative. So if a member of the royal family acknowledged a illegitimate child, they called them Fitz. So let's say Fitzwilliam would have been the illegitimate child of King William. The words and the origins of them is fascinating when you actually start to play around with looking into things. What do I need to eat? I need to eat something fruity. I'm going to eat some bacon wrapped dates because they sound yummy. Oh, okay. I'm not, because I haven't actually think there is a way to sort that out. But let's find. Take some damage. Doesn't work so well in this one though, because there is quite a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it at all. Nope, Wolfie is over there. Right, I wonder how are we going to do this. If I can I just want to. No, I'm not going to do it, am I? Okay, I'll have to wait till I get hungry naturally. Yeah, it was basically an acknowledgement, but there was no. So they often rose to positions of power in the court without actually having the actual pure linkage. Right, I should go and get some water and rehydrate. What I'm wondering now is if I can get a couple of sheep or pigs or cows, doesn't really matter which, can we get the farmers to man and operate a farm, an animal farm, using Animania animals on an ancient warfare basis? I honestly think the answer is no. That would be my guess. But you know, what do I know? Until you try it out, you don't know. Now, we're not going to get a chance to do that today, but we can at least try and grab some leads and see if we can't lead a couple of animals. Now, the other thing is we need to make sure the gender specific, which is the fun bit. We have 2 leads. Okay, that's fine. I've probably got no. How are these doing? 7. It's gone up. Oh, crap, and I haven't got any bottles. I know where there's bottles, but we'll do that. Things. These guys are just steadfast. They will not give up. Okay, let's just see what we got now down here. Why? Why is that not emptying? You've got power. Interesting. Another mending book, that's always nice. Depth Strider would be handy, actually. Oh. I was just thinking you misspelt it as in the other well-known Terry Pratchett character. I'm going to put that on, I think, because that will be handy. On my slime boots, yeah. I just don't understand why that's not emptying, but anyway, we'll have a look at that later. Right now, we shall go and enchant our slime boots with Depth Strider. Can't think of a better use. Enchanted slime boots. That's what you call classy. Right, we need to go and find some animals. So let's have a quick snooze. we shall head out and we'll see if we can't get a couple of pigs. I think pigs would be a good start. I think we'll head straight out that way. If I need to, I'll just dig a hole in the ground. I'm not proud. Here, mob, 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 mob. They're underground, aren't they? Yes. So one thing I wish you could do with Journey Map is actually have it so you can see the mobs when they're on the surface but not underground. That would, to me, make a little more sense. Not a huge amount more, but a little more. Okay, so we got a goat. Are you a goat or a sheep? You're probably a sheep. And you see, it's this thirsty and hungry malarkey. I just don't think they're going to work with Ancient Warfare, which is a shame, because they were put in because of the way their spawning is actually more controlled. Well, in theory, of course, when we had it on the server, they went out of control big time. Yeah, biggie. I think there was some over in this savannah area, but I can't remember for definite. They are the absolutely most the pigs in this are absolutely adorable. I'm a big fan of pigs anyway. Wellies. In fact, I think when I get back, I may actually expend a few levels and rename them. Right, find me a piggy. And we've got plenty of pigs. And you are a hog. Come here, hop. Right, find me a sow. Hog. And of course, it wouldn't be right that we had any other pig than a Yorkshire. Sow. Come on. Adorable. With the little curly ears. They're a bit small, it has to be said. Most pigs that I've ever dealt with are usually probably half again as big, but you know, we'll live. Platinum sample. Lovely. Come on. Right, can we get you down without killing you? Or breaking the lead? Come on. Yeah, I forgot I'd not turned that off. That's not... if you have kids... do turn off the anatomically correct features of Animania. I think that's probably the best thing to say. Otherwise you're going to have questions like, Daddy, why has that bull got? Where have you just gone and where's your lead? Thank you. I love the fact I just walked through a tree and the lead has just flicked through it. Yeah, that would definitely not go down well. I mean, a full-grown Yorkshire sow is probably going to weigh close to half a ton. I always remember when we had the nursing sows, and we'd have them coming across the pens, and they quite literally, this pig would start, and you see the pig's head, and then this body would go, and it was more like a bloody train. The damn thing was huge. I mean, you got to remember they typically had litters of 14 pigs, and if I remember rightly, oh hello, they're happy. Oh, come on, Junior. Hey, come on. He just grew. Are you going to come? You're going to follow me? Come on. That's is an adorable feature as well. Come on. Oh man. Come on. Keep up. Right, we need to find somewhere for these guys to live. And then we need... Come on, pig. Wee, pig. No, don't go there. Right, we're getting close. And they are pigs, so that wolf isn't a major issue. We've lost Junior. There we go. Come on. God, this pig is bloody useless. I'd love to know what the witches find so funny. I like to think they've been going to a stand-up club or something. It's just that little pig just coming through the long grass. It's quite cute. As I say, I actually don't think that this is going to work. I think we're going to find that these guys will not interact well with Jesus. Now I've got pig pathfinding issues. Oi. Come on, follow your mum. Come on then. And I think what we will do is we're going to bring these in here for now, and they can just wander around free while we find a Alright, night rabbit. Where is he going? Come on then, follow. Man, you are one of the worst path. Stop it. You just need to get him to come in. Come on. Come on, pig. There we go. And lock it. Right, so we got a couple of pigs. They can't get out. And they make little baby bacon. Right, we need to do one important thing. And we're probably getting on to, well, it's about 2 hours of 15, so we've probably got time just to try maybe get this pig pen going if we can. However, two levels, well worth spending on my wellies. Right, what do we want? I think we're going to go with walls. Grab those. We're going to need a gate. Okay, not a problem. Got a bit of gate technology going on there. We'll put you away for the time being. That can go. We'll still need that probably won't. Right, mud. That's one thing. Pigs like mud. An Animanium mud is water bucket and dirt. Well, that's easy. We've got a lot of dirt, but then we've got plenty of water buckets, so we've got that. What about the trough? We have got a trough. We can leave water in there, so maybe we can head out and think about how we're going to. I really ought to make a plate. What are you doing? Seriously? Legit. Right, where are we? Right, what I don't want to do is let those guys get out at this moment. So they can stay here. We'll get out the through the back door. I've not really tried out my super new water. Oh yeah, that's much nicer, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it? All right. Oh, Nobby, without a doubt on that one. And if we do this right, what we should be able to do is, I'm thinking, is we'll bring, I'm going to level this up higher, so it's got more water, but we'll make it a smaller pond, and then we'll bring yeah, that will work. I don't know whether this is grown. I have no idea. However, what I do have an idea about is what we're going to do here. So we're going to take this and we are going to come down the side of this. This and that can come out and become, in fact we'll take a bit more of that out and we'll just do that, and I need more dirt. I definitely need more dirt. Oh dear. Alright. Luckily, we've got a massive great stockpile of dirt over here, so that'll keep things nice and simple. Right, so if we were to bring this over, let's have a look. If we were to bring this round the outside of here, and then down, we'll have a smallish pond, not that big, but we can come down to here perhaps, and then we'll bring, oh God, here we go, we'll bring that in, down, in, down, 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 in and down like that. So that will give us our kind of the boundary area of where we want to do it. Now this pond obviously is way too big, so we'll fill it in mostly, and we'll grab another bucket of water can basically, so if I come to about here and then maybe do like that, think that's big enough, maybe. Yeah, I think that's probably about the right size. Right, out of dirt again. Of course we are. Get a couple of stacks, I think, just to be on the safe side. Now the fun bit is, of course, I want to put another farm in here, which we'll have to go maybe here, and then we'll shuffle it around. I say I don't think it's going to work as a ancient warfare farm structure. Right, so that gives us the overall shape. I think we do need to probably just adjust this a little bit. To be more that shape. I've got a roll itch now as well, just for good measure. So we'll take the U and we shall place you there, and then we'll take you and we'll place you there, and then we'll do that and that and that and that. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hello. That's not going to work very well, is it? And I don't know why I'd want a dirt bucket, but apparently that's a thing. Right, one more. That's probably going to give us a good start. And then we can get in here, there, there, a little bit there. Maybe do a few more. What do we reckon? 1, 2, 3, 4. And again we'll just bash that through. That gives us another 8 of those. And we'll just pop a little bit in over there, and maybe what, we got 3 left. This is a monk mod, by the way, to blame for this. I'm just by, oh yeah, I could just use my hands. No, you can't, not anymore. Alright, so if I want to do that, then I think we're going to have to do something like that to basically lock in the hoofer. We're going to have a trough which is going to be suitably far away from the wall, so there's no hopping over, using that to hop over and get out. The question is, will they be able to, they'll probably be able to hop onto that and work round, won't they? Which would be a pain, so we probably need to do that, which is a bit ugly, but it's not as ugly as having the pigs running around everywhere. Right, we need an animal farm, and we need to get the pigs into that thing. So that's the thing. It might be easiest just to lure them over with carrots, but you know what? Let's try doing this the hard way. Because if it's worth doing it the hard way. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Piggy! Come here, pig. 1, 2. Come on. Oh, the piglet's growing up big and strong, isn't it? Little legs going. Are you gonna... do it that way. Got something crawling around on my hand. The piglet. The piglet is thicker than Nobby, it's official. So alright, we'll go and get him. But first things first, let us... oh. Get a bit of that in there. I've just realised I've left a gaping hole in the wall, haven't I? Come on, stoop. Oi! Stoop. Alright. There's a way. There's always a way. Come on. In you come. There we go. One down, one to go. And then a piglet, of course. Where did you lose your lead? Can't be that far away. There we go. Suppose I better sleep before it becomes a problem. Come on, you. You got work to do. Well, you haven't got work to do. You just got to break dancing pig. It's happy. Look, he's been in the mud. There we go. Happy pig. There you go. I don't think they like that. Oh yeah, they are in quite literally in hog heaven. Right, we're going to get the piglet back, and then we can, while we're out there, we can have a look at the pig farm, the animal farm. As I say, I don't think it's going to work, but there's no harm in trying. And if nothing else, we've got piggies in a pen. Happy little muddy piggies in a pen. Right. Oh, got an itch. Oh, see, Colon can find it. Can find his way around. I have no idea where that pig's gone. Yeah, animal farm. And I do like a nice bacon cob, as we call them back here. Cobs, not rolls. We have cobs. Okay, let's have a look at farm. Animal farm requires an iron sword, wooden gears. Alright. Wooden gears, we should be able to make those, no problem. Chest, we should be able to make one of those, no problem. Iron sword, we should be able to find one of those, no problem. Which gives us an animal farm, which we haven't done. Requires animal husbandry. Alright. Leather, wheat, oh god, easy. It's got the string. We need some wheat, leather, and wheat and leather, that's all we need. I haven't got any wheat here. What about leather? I've got wheat downstairs though. Leather, how much? 4, perfect. And just go down and borrow a little bit of wheat from down here. I think that should be enough. If it's not, I'm in trouble. And here we go. Oh, no. Here we go. You are going in there. Right. And then we can make the thing. It's amazing how much of this research I've not actually done. I mean, there's some stuff there's no point because the... there you go. If you look at the research, like tactics, takes you on to siege weaponry and stuff, and you can't make it. It's not in the pack. It would be really, really nice if they would finish that. I'd love to see Ancient Warfare just picked up and really, really pushed. Far beyond what it is at the moment. Right, now where did that pig go? Here, pig. Oh, there you are. My God, you're not actually... You're a sow. This is probably going to end... Come on. You're no longer a piglet. You're a full-grown lady pig. Which means... I think it'd be great if the actual farm works. As I say, I suspect it won't. But because it's expecting vanilla, and it ain't going to get vanilla. It's going to get... God damn it. Someone at Mojang really dropped a ball with this one, didn't they? It's like, oh, let's invent leads and make them... Let's put leads in and make them break. For siege weapons, though, you really need to be on a server. You know, you want to be throwing your... Alright, there you go. Alright. Now, if I were to take you, break that and place that, that's probably... Let's have a look at the bounds. No, not F7, F8. Right, so the bounds, we need to make it larger, and we need to shunt it other way. So that puts it there. We can bring it over one over the other way, but we do need to increase it by 2 that way and quite a lot that way. And it needs carrots, I believe, which we shall try that. Right, so I think we need the bound upgrade, but a small one. Medium bounds upgrade even. I can't do that here though. Bugger. That's the other problem with it, is the simple fact that I can't... What did that put us up to? 98. Yeah, not bad. I can't craft these things on anything other than the Ancient Warfare table, which is a bit of a bind. Not a lot of a bind, but a bit of a bind. I'll have to double check to see whether the siege weapons have been done, because if they have, that might be worthwhile adding to the pack, just so we got some siege weapons in the castle. Excuse me, coming through. No. Let's see if we can't just get this last bit done. And then we can get what's his face working on it as well. Okay. Will you work with those? No, you have to be oak. Of course you do. Which helps if you take the oak with you. Thank you for your cooperation. No, he's taken over the guard's bed. I could make a very inappropriate priest jokes, but I won't. The guards are probably going crazy from lack of sleep. He's obviously getting something out of that wall that I'm not. Right, let us... Oh, hello. We can eat another one. Not a lot of saturation on these, is it? There we go. But that's fine. That will get us up to almost full. One more and we'll be good. Maybe. Although he's... I personally suspect it's due to his I'm a Human certificate. Right. Let us get you... So we are going to expand you east. Two. And then we're going to expand you, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. That needs to go. One, 2, 3, 4. That's the maximum. It's not quite the full area, but I think we can probably work with that now. If we take you and take your thing and give you a Z on that, we can give you a bit of work in both areas. But the question is going to be, will it work? And I honestly don't know whether it will or not. No, it's time for bed. See, I don't think that's going to work, because I think that is not going to... So I think we need to... They like swill, don't they? Oh yeah, that's the point. We might need to make some pig swill for them. But I think on that note, even if that doesn't work, we have got a pig pen near the barn, and it kind of caps off this area down here nicely. If that doesn't work, we can always take the farm out, and you know, it will just be that. Swill is, if I remember rightly, is a little bit... I'm sure there's a pig swill or something along those lines. Animania. Right, let's have a look. Truffle soup, no. There's something... Slot bucket, bread and milk. So we need to get milk in the first place. The Animania overrides it, yeah. Which is why this is not going to work. I'm positive it's not going to work. But we'll leave him for now. Anyway, on that note, we're going to call it an episode. I'll get a nice screenshot for the thumbnail of Kane Reed. There we go. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.